The Demon Slayer mark. What exactly is it? And if Rengoku unlocked his, would any of the events of Demon Slayer change? Could he defeat Akaza? That is what we need to talk about. You see, while it's still a mystery, the phenomena around this mark has played a massive role in Demon Slayer, helping Tanjiro slay 2 upper moons and assisting Mitsuri and Muichiro in their feats over Hantengu and Gyoko. And that, my friends, is because with this mark comes an exclusive set of abilities that can take any Demon Slayer and put them on a level that surpasses the Hashira. But that doesn't explain where this strange power comes from. For that, we need to go back in time. According to Demon Slayer lore, the Demon Slayer mark has been around since the Sengoku era, originating from the Demon Slayer god himself, Yoriichi Tsujikuni, who was born with the mark. The reason for that, we don't know. Some theorize that since Muzan cursed the gods, which is a big no-no, the gods created Yoriichi and the mark as punishment. It makes sense considering the markings of the Demon Slayer mark resemble crests you would find on demons. And while similar, the Demon Slayer mark and demon crests are polar opposites, yin and yang. Because of the mark and Yoriichi, Muzan was down bad in the Sengoku era, or what was known as the Golden Age for Demon Slayers. You see, according to chapter 128, the Demon Slayer mark began to spread from Yoriichi to everyone else, similar to what's happening now. The mark is spreading from Tanjiro to others who meet the qualifications to unlock the mark, which is actually extremely hard to do because essentially you have to die. You see, unless you're Yoriichi, unlocking the Demon Slayer mark takes a massive risk. For example, 1. Your heart rate needs to be over 200 beats per minute. 2. Your temperature needs to rise to 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And finally, you need to survive a near-death experience or put yourself in one, as survival is key to all of this. Now, in exchange for taking your own grave, what is the return? One word: power. You see, how the Demon Slayer mark works is that through increased blood flow, your body goes into overdrive, increasing your speed, 100xing your strength, and giving you resistance to the effects of various blood demon arts. It also gives you access to 2 very effective abilities against demons: the Transparent World and the ability to turn your sword scarlet red. The Transparent World is essentially X-ray vision, allowing you to see everything in slow motion, along with the breathing, muscular contractions, and joint movements of the person you're looking at, which with that you can then predict your opponent's movements and easily evade their attacks. But there's also a secondary ability to this that's not talked about that often, known as the selfless state, where the user essentially erases their fighting spirit from the battlefield, making their movements extremely hard to track. According to Akaza, the person using this ability essentially becomes a tree, because it becomes impossible for the opponent to get a sense of that person's ambition, willpower, hatred, and killing intent. Now, I will say it's not 100% clear if you need the Transparent World to unlock the selfless state. Of those who have been marked, only Yoriichi and Tanjiro have used this ability. However, we also know Tanjiro used the selfless state. Now, it's theorized that his birthmark is actually the Demon Slayer mark, which would explain this weird phenomena, but we don't really know. What we do know, however, is that turning your sword scarlet red is OP against demons. But isn't Rengoku's sword already red? Yes, but that is from Nichiren ore. Turning your sword scarlet red means heating up the blade of your sword, either through pure grip strength or from the friction created by banging 2 Nichiren swords together, or I guess if you have a Nezuko. That increased heat can allow a blade to cut down to a cellular level, which in terms of demons means nullifying a demon's ability to regenerate. So now the big question: how powerful does Rengoku become once he's marked? Well, how strong is he now? This comes with controversy. When it comes to speed, Rengoku was considered to be on another level, moving so quickly that Tanjiro failed to keep up with his movements and was so agile that Akaza was impressed, even caught off guard when Rengoku matched and surpassed his speed. If you want to talk about stamina and endurance, Rengoku may be the strongest among the Hashira. You see, Rengoku carries with him something called an indomitable will, meaning that no longer how long a battle has gone on, no matter the injury, Rengoku will continue to fight. Which explains when Rengoku got that devastating blow to the stomach, he continued to fight on. And we have to remember that before his fight with Akaza, Rengoku had a grueling fight with Enmu where he protected an entire train full of people. Then there's his strength. The entire premise of flame breathing is high kendo strikes that are delivered with such force it burns its opponents. Rengoku was so strong he could deliver those strikes in a blink of an eye with such force a single dash could lift a train off the train tracks. So if you take all of that, where does Rengoku stand once he's marked? On one side of the argument, it seems that Rengoku in his base went blow for blow with Akaza on his own, a feat that would easily land him in the top 3 of the Hashira. However, on the other side, many say that isn't the case. Many believe Akaza wasn't trying or was toying around or testing Rengoku so Rengoku would accept his offer and become a demon. Personally, I tend to think the latter, but that's not to say Rengoku is weak. According to lore, it's said that no Demon Slayer can defeat an Upper Moon ranked 3 through 1 alone. So the fact that he lasted as long as he did is incredible. It's just based on future events and how everyone scales in power, I tend to rank him 7th. However, with the Demon Slayer mark, that all changes. Everything I mentioned before, his speed, strength, and endurance all increase once he has the mark. With the mark overall, he's stronger than Michiru. He may even be stronger than Muichiro, which if Akaza wasn't trying, now he has to. Because due to Rengoku's immense strength, he can likely turn his sword Scarlet Red from pure grip strength alone, nullifying an issue in their original battle, Akaza's regeneration. If Rengoku could unlock the transparent world, then Rengoku, who already has incredible perception, can now track and predict Akaza's movements. There are so many other factors of this fight that would change, that ultimately the Demon Slayer mark now puts Rengoku and Akaza on a level playing field. So much so, just like the original fight, it would all come down to one final move, the 9th form, Rengoku. And as Rengoku makes his final dash in an all or nothing attack, flames piercing the skies, Rengoku still loses. Because there's one ability that Rengoku can't unlock that is key to defeating Akaza: the Selfless State. In chapter 152, when Tanjiro was able to take Akaza's head, it was solely due to the fact that Akaza could no longer read Tanjiro's movements. It nullified Akaza's ability Compass Needle, which allows him to read his opponent's fighting spirit. But what's even more critical is that Akaza survived without his head, only crumbling to dust when he remembered his past and gave up the will to live. Something, again, that was triggered by the Selfless State, or what Akaza calls the domain of supremacy that he's been searching for. And despite having the transparent world or not, Rengoku can't learn this technique just by accessing the Demon Slayer mark. Yes, Tanjiro unlocked the Demon Slayer mark and had access to the transparent world when he used the Selfless State. But he only knew how to use the Selfless State because his dad taught him. Now, it is possible due to the Demon Slayer mark that Rengoku survives this fight, which would be very interesting to the story as we get more Rengoku. If you want to learn more about him, YouTube says you should watch this video next.